Namaskar. I'm Dr. Purva Sharma, consultant obstetrician and gynecologist, Healing Hospital, Chandigarh. Today we've gathered here to discuss about the topic implications of diabetes in pregnancy. The topic has gained very much importance in past few years because जैसे जैसे diabetes की prevalence बढ़ रही है, प्रेगनेंसी पे भी इसके इफेक्ट्स बढ़ते जा रहे हैं और हमें भी इसके इंसिडेंट्स मोर एंड मोर वी आर फाइंडिंग मोर एंड मोर इंसिडेंट्स ऑफ डायबिटीज इन प्रेगनेंसी. Why do we basically need to talk about it? Because diabetes is a condition which affects overall development of the fetus. As it is, it affects overall health of the person, or especially pregnancy mein, it affects the health of the mother as well as the developing fetus. So we need to talk about it and know wisely about it. So it is a vast topic, but I hope I shall be able to give you some clarity about it in a nutshell. So what basically is diabetes? Diabetes is a vast endocrine lifestyle disorder which affects glucose metabolism of the body, in which the metabolism is deranged or defective. The glucose metabolism is defective, because of which the blood sugar levels are high, also called as hyperglycemia. So the effect is there on every organ, every part of the body to some extent or more. And when during pregnancy the blood glucose levels are high, these high blood glucose levels also percolate to the developing fetus, and they also affect the growth of the fetus. Now, why diabetes is important to talk about? Because there is a lot of prevalence of diabetes. Almost 8 to 9% of the world population has diabetes, and it is projected that with passing time, maybe another 10 years, it will become 10% of the total population of the world. And it is more in Asian population, and India particularly is called the diabetic capital of the world. So with increasing number of diabetics, we also are facing increasing number of diabetic females who are pregnant. Now, when we talk about diabetes in pregnancy, there could be two conditions. One is a condition with pre-existing diabetes and then the female becomes pregnant. And another condition is gestational diabetes, or diabetes which is first time found out during pregnancy. So in a case of pre-existing diabetes, either the female is already diabetic, she knows about it and then she conceives, और she has had diabetes but उसके बारे में उनको पता नहीं था, और जब हमने इनिशियल स्क्रीनिंग या फर्स्ट टाइम जब टेस्ट किए तब उसमें हमें पता चलता है कि डायबिटीज है. दिस अकर्स इन वेरी अर्ली पार्ट ऑफ द प्रेगनेंसी, and gestational diabetes particularly sets in the second and third trimester, late second or third trimester of pregnancy, and so the management of both and the course of action will be different for both, but the bottom line is same, that the blood glucose levels are deranged or they are high. So there are certain risk factors which predispose you to have diabetes during pregnancy. What are these risk factors? One is there are more chances of diabetes with increasing age. If an elderly female is pregnant or you conceive in a higher age, there are more chances of having deranged blood glucose metabolism. Another is if you've had a history of diabetes in previous pregnancy, or there is a strong family history of diabetes, or you've had PCOS, or there's a history of big baby in the past previous delivery, or a stillbirth in the previous pregnancy, or there is increased chance of having diabetes with increased number of pregnancies. As the number of pregnancies increase, it is said there is more chances of having diabetes in later pregnancies. Then there is some association with history of smoking, alcoholism, and also with sedentary lifestyle. So these are the risk factors of having a diabetes, or more chances of having a diabetes in these particular cases. Now, we are talking about diabetes because there are certain effects that higher blood sugar levels have on both mother and the developing fetus. So what are these effects? We'll first talk about maternal effects. What diabetes does, or what high blood sugar levels do to the patient or to the mother. such a lady with high blood sugar levels is prone to have more infections during pregnancy, particularly urinary tract infections, vaginal infections, which include fungal infections. So these vaginitis, UTIs are more common. Then there is chances of there are more chances of developing hypertensive disorders of pregnancy, which is also called PIH or preeclampsia. Then there is diabetes also affects vision and eye, which is also called retinopathy during pregnancy. It also has effects on kidney, renal functions. Then it also there are more chances of having miscarriages, preterm deliveries, and many more things. So these are the major ones which need to be taken care, and we have to be careful about these. Then there are certain implications that it has on the developing fetus. So most common of which is what happens is the organ formation of the fetus. जितने भी बच्चे के organs जो भी बनते हैं, brain, heart, kidney, liver, ये सारे 8 weeks के onward शुरू हो जाते हैं. So if the patient has had diabetes previously or during early pregnancy, then it affects the organogenesis, the formation of the organs particularly. So it can have various effects on various developing organs, like it can affect the brain, it can affect the spinal cord, it can affect the developing heart. So structural abnormalities are common in fetuses developing with mothers with deranged blood sugar levels. There are more chances of having a baby with higher birth weight, I mean big babies, which is also called macrosomia. Then there are chances of having higher amount of amniotic fluid around the baby, which is called polyhydramnios, a condition which can predispose to preterm labor, which can predispose to infections. There are chances that the developing fetus after birth can have diabetes in future, or this fetus after birth can have respiratory problems, would have a need to stay in the neonatal ICU because of respiratory problems or some infections. So because of all these wide variety of effects on the fetus and the mother, we need to take care of diabetes, blood sugar levels very stringently and very strictly during the pregnancy. Now there are certain complications which can occur because of diabetes or high blood sugar levels in pregnancy. I told you what all can happen in the pregnancy. There could be infections, there could be polyhydramnios, and many more. Now what happens during delivery? There are more chances of having a cesarean section if the baby is big because of high blood sugar levels in the mother, and there are more chances of having an operative delivery if not cesarean section. There are more chances of having trauma during birth because if the baby is big, there are at times chances that the shoulder gets impacted or the delivery becomes difficult. So there are more chances of having birth trauma. Then there are more chances of having respiratory distress in the babies, as I already mentioned to you. So because of all these reasons, we need to be very careful about the blood sugar levels in pregnancy. How do we monitor or how do we diagnose about diabetes in pregnancy? So the first category, in which the lady already knows that she is diabetic, so there is not much difficulty. Since you already know you are diabetic, you have to adapt a little bit lifestyle changes, some dietary modifications, exercises, maybe some changes in the drugs, the medicines that you are taking, and strict control of the blood sugar levels. But for those who do not know that they were diabetic, or for those females for whom the diabetes is diagnosed for the first time in the pregnancy, a certain set of tests are followed. So whenever a patient or a pregnant lady comes to us for the first time in the OPD, we always advise her a set of tests which always includes fasting blood sugar levels, post-meal blood sugar levels, and HbA1c. So most of the screening is done with this. Then there is another test called GTT, glucose tolerance test, which is a test done with 75 grams of oral anhydrous glucose. So there is a set cutoff of values of glucose, like your fasting sugar should be around or less than 92, and the 1 hour after you take glucose, 75 gram glucose, the 1 hour sugar level should be less than 180, and the 2 hour level should be less than 155. So if it is deranged, then your doctor gets alarmed, and then she'll definitely advise you what has to be done next, whether you need dietary modifications, whether you need medications, or what else is needed. Then she can guide you according to your blood glucose, how deranged or how abnormal they are, depending on that. So this is an important test, mostly done for everybody during pregnancy these days. And another set of tests which are also very important, which are particularly important to pick up any problem with the fetus, are the scans. So there's a scan called level 1 scan, or the NT-NB scan, which is done in the early pregnancy, picks up particular certain deformities in the baby, in the developing fetus. So it picks them up very early in the gestation, so they can be taken care of very early. And then there is a level 2 scan, which is the anomaly scan, done around 18 to 19 weeks of pregnancy, and that also picks up many congenital deformities if the blood sugar level has affected the developing fetus's heart, brain, kidney, or any other organs. Then there is a fetal echo. If you suspect or if you know that the pregnant lady is diabetic, or if she's having a problem with blood sugar levels, then it is always good to get a fetal echo done, and that also rules out many congenital cardiac anomalies. Then there are certain tests for the mother, like if the patient is diabetic, then she needs to be evaluated for her renal functions, for urine analysis, other blood tests. So they are routinely followed and routinely done. Then timely growth scans are also important to check the weight of the fetus, because diabetic females, as I told you, have a tendency of having higher birth weight fetuses, that the baby that is developing could be of high birth weight, could be macrosomic. So regular growth scans are also important to check that. So these are certain the monitoring methods that you need to see. The target here is, why we need to keep monitoring blood glucose levels is because the target is to keep your blood sugar levels into a particular range, a normal range, if not normal, closest to the normal range, so that the normaler the blood sugar levels, there are less chances of having complications and lesser chances of having the deformities or future problems during delivery and after delivery. So this is our main target. And management of diabetes during pregnancy is actually a combined team effort. Yeah. So your gynecologist, your dietitian, your endocrinologist, or your medical specialist, they all work together, and then they can guide you how to proceed, how to go about the pregnancy with high sugar levels, and how to keep them into a normal range. So it is a set of lot of things that you have to follow, like diet. At times the blood sugar levels are such that you don't need any medications. It can be taken care by your dietary modifications and exercises. So particularly not taking heavy meals at one go, splitting your meals into small parts, taking more of protein, more of fibers, and decreasing on your sugars and refined sugar counts. So your dietitian and your gynecologist can help you out on that. And apart from diet, exercises, some mild to moderate exercises, if your gynecologist allows you, if you are okay to do them according to her, then you can go about with that. That also improves your sugar metabolism. Then medical methods are of course there, whether oral hypoglycemic agents to decrease the sugar levels, or if you need insulin, or if you've been already taking some medication and if you need to switch on the insulin, depending on your sugar levels and depending on the guidance from your gynecologist and your endocrinologist. So this is very important that you monitor your blood glucose level properly. It is important to educate the patient about the blood glucose level monitorings. The goals mostly are common everywhere, like less than 92 to 95 milligram per deciliter of sugars in the fasting range, the fasting blood sugars, and the postprandial less than mostly 120 to 140. So depending on your BMI, how much exercises, how much dietary modification, how much medication, how much insulin, or whatever doses that you need will be decided by the doctors. So it's good to consult them whenever you are keeping a watch on your sugars, and whenever you find there are abnormal values, then it is always better to inform them on regular intervals. So this is it, and I hope you've understood the importance of blood sugar levels, having a normal blood sugar levels during pregnancy, because it has importance on your health as well as the developing fetus's health. So time to answer some questions. We have a question from Ramanpreet. Good morning, ma'am. How do I prepare for pregnancy if I already have diabetes? Yes, Raman, it is good to know priorly what to do and what not to do. If you already have diabetes and if you are planning for pregnancy, then it is good to give yourself time. Check your blood sugar levels if on the medications that you are taking, जो आप दवाइयाँ ले रहे हैं या फिर डाइटरी मॉडिफिकेशन पे हैं, अगर उससे आपकी टारगेटेड ब्लड शुगर लेवल्स आप अचीव कर पा रहे हैं तो इट इज़ वेरी गुड. यू कैन ऑलवेज प्लान अ प्रेगनेंसी, and there are certain tests that you should be doing before getting pregnant, so that you know that all the functions of all the organs are going on properly. Like get your renal function test, get your urine test done, or other tests that will be advised by your doctor. So it is always good to consult for a preconceptional counseling, and also have a active lifestyle so that your sugars are into normal range. If you are consuming alcohol, or if you smoke, then it's always good to quit that, and do exercises, have a healthy lifestyle, and follow a strict diet pattern so that you have exactly normal levels of sugars before conceiving. Then you will have minimal chances of having any kind of complications during pregnancy. Another question is from Kuljit Kaur Saini. She says, hello ma'am, how can diabetes affect my baby? Kuljit, I already answered that. So diabetes, if uncontrolled, does affect the fetus. If your sugar levels are under control, and you although you are diabetic but your sugar levels are under control, then there are very less chances that your fetus or you will be affected. But if your sugar levels are uncontrolled, then there are chances that the fetus, the baby developing, will have certain anomalies, can have certain problems. During early period of pregnancy, the developing baby can have defects in the development of various organs like kidney, heart, brain. There are conditions like neural tube defects, spina bifida, meningomyelocele, and heart defects. These can occur in the baby, or in the later stages there are chances of having a big baby. There could be uncontrolled weight gain of the baby that is developing. So it is very important to take care of your sugar levels during pregnancy, and you are not supposed to take it lightly. What health problems, Rahul is asking, what health problems could my wife develop during pregnancy because of diabetes? So Rahul, yes, there are health problems that mother also, or the patient also has during pregnancy, not only the fetus. She, as I told you, can have more chances of infections during pregnancy because of high blood sugar levels, particularly recurrent or repeated urinary tract infections, vaginal infections called vaginitis. There are chances of having fungal infections, skin infections, and these UTIs and vaginitis can lead to preterm deliveries also. There are chances of having higher amount of amniotic fluid around the developing baby called polyhydramnios, which can again cause preterm delivery. And so these are certain problems that the lady can have during pregnancy if her blood sugar levels are not controlled. Then it can also affect her vision, eye, if seriously uncontrolled sugar levels are there. So it generally affects overall health of the female. Jessie is asking us, I have a family history of diabetes. What care should I take? Yes, Jesse, this is another risk factor which does predispose you to have diabetes, because diabetes definitely has a genetic linkage, and there are chances that you might develop diabetes anytime in your lifetime, and particularly during the pregnancy. So if you have a strong family history of diabetes, the most important thing is having a proper lifestyle. Proper lifestyle means आपकी dietary habits, आपकी एक्सरसाइजिंग हैबिट्स, ये सब प्रॉपर हो. You should quit a sedentary lifestyle, you should quit smoking, you should quit or minimize your alcohol intake, and keep screening yourself for diabetes. Get your tests properly done on timely basis, and if you are planning a pregnancy, then definitely go for a preconceptional counseling with your gynecologist, so that she can advise you what all tests you need to do before getting pregnant. Bharti is asking us, how can I prevent myself from developing diabetes in pregnancy? So Bharti, it again depends on if you are already at a risk of having pregnancy, and what are the risk factors of having diabetes during pregnancy. As I told you, if you've had a family history of diabetes, or if you've had a history of diabetes during your previous pregnancy, if you are overweight, obese, or if you have had a history of or ongoing PCOS, or if as I already said, strong family history, or there is a history of macrosomic big baby or stillbirth in the previous deliveries, a difficult delivery. So all these are alert points. You need to know that there are chances you might develop diabetes. So how you can prevent yourself? The answer always remains the same. Having a healthy lifestyle is very important for everybody, whether pregnant or not pregnant. A healthy lifestyle, a diet and exercise balance is very important for preventing you from developing diabetes during pregnancy. Then your proper check on your blood sugar levels. You don't need to do much. You need to just take care of your lifestyle. What else needs to be done will be done by your doctor, definitely. They will do your regular checkups, whatever are needed to screen you for diabetes. So that's your doctor's part. What you need to do is have a healthy lifestyle, exercise, take lots of water, take fibers in your diet, decrease your sugar intake if you think you have a history of diabetes in the family, right? Skip taking or avoid taking big meals, larger portions of meals at one go. Try to take small spaced meals which include everything, which includes fibers, which includes higher amount of protein and lesser amount of carbohydrates. So most of us know all that, but we fail to execute that. And so these were the questions. I hope you've had a little bit clarity on how to go about diabetes and pregnancy. Again, I would like to mention, it is important to take care of your blood sugar levels during pregnancy, because it is not a very minor ailment. It has to be taken care of because it does affect your overall health and also the developing fetus. And our target is that every female who is pregnant, her blood sugar levels are normal, so that we achieve a healthy delivery, a healthy fetus, and the outcome of the baby is proper. Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy. Namaskar.